fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you got to hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it for FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that check to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No call. For real. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis that's light. Rape in the city that's light. LED look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
They call a podcast Poppy. King goes, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. I be out on the
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Snap comes at 1. A dump underneath to Jones. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Dante Fowler in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Davis has it over the middle. Touchdown, Packers! Trevor Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Goff. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Hey, 626. Hey, 50.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Here we go. 58.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And room there to work it inside the 25. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
All right. Hey, 626. Zoom.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
3 down. Black 20.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
180. 17. 17.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
If you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And so Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. He's at the 30. Touchdown, LA! Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Zoom. Loco, over here.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay inbounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
We are going. Yeah,
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Josh Jackson. He's still barreling through. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Hey, check 26. Zip. Back more.
Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, 5. Wait, 20.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Rodgers going to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Hey, check 26. Here we go. 58.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, 5. We go, Sadat. 180. Hey, 5.
To throw on second down is gone. And his throw is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Yes, sir. DC.
To throw is gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And that one results in 35 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Dumps it off to Gurley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and that'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On second and 10, gone. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
12. That boy's got 4. Listen on. 180.
Out of the gun. Gone. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
All right. Come on now. Twos.
From the red zone now. Gone. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey. You got 3.
Throwing again is gone. Steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. The Rams on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
Cut. 180. Set.
Again, Goff. Forced out to his left. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Cut. 180. Check. Hey, let's go. Brown.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Zoom. Yeah, Liz. Jump out! Hey, 50.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep open and got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Over here.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Over here.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And just like that, it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. On 1st and 10, Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mike Daniels. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go. Like 20. Starting left here.
From the gun, here's Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to let, and it's intercepted at the goal line. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
180.
After the interception, here's Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. First down now, but that clock rolling.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, check 26. Yeah, Liz. Hey. Box it.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And now the Rams are going to hold things as they want a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on first. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll go down at the 28. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Goff on first down. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Hey, we got 4 down.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Unable to corral him. He fights through. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, gone. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Here's
Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kenny Clark busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. And my goodness, another interception. The first NFL pick for Jair Alexander. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A give to Jones. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Blue 58! Jump out! Jump out! Zoom. Hold. Yeah, Liz.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's it, baby.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Hey, where y'all going?
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
76, tell him. 76. 76. 12, 12. Wide, get wide. 5.
On 2nd and 10, gone. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Goff now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Goff. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
5.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now it's Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup.
And now here's another interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Buying time to his left. And this is caught off the deflection. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Out of the gun, Goff. Trying to improvise. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Single receiver. Hey, you're in hut. Like 20.
To throw is Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end Everett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Play fake here on 1st down. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Louis. What? 180.
Here's Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Go, Salah. 180. Deuce.
From the gun, here's Goff. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
319. That's fine, yeah.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he stopped immediately there. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Second down, here's Rodgers. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So that right there was his second pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already done that, right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a third again.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Here goes it. 180. What's that?
Again they run with Gurley. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The Rams on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets up making some noise. It's 3rd and short.
Inside. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers to throw. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Packers, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.